Hello and welcome to the world of tomorrow. Moving right into the school, you'll see that this is a digital 3D recreation of our school at scale. So you might recognize this as the B block. This is the assembly hall, the admin office, and the A block. We even have such features as the parking lot, the tennis and netball courts, the cricket nets, and the rugby field. So let's move right into my class. You'll actually find me busy teaching. What am I teaching today? Hi, I'm teaching the kids about Minecraft. We're looking at the school map. That's neat. So moving on, this here in this corner is a pressure plate. If we step on this pressure plate, it actually teleports us to a completely different part of the map. The school is actually over there now. But where we are now is somewhere I like to call the Cat Learning Center. When we move into this learning center, you'll see that we have three rows of tutors. The first one being content tutors, the second row being the resource tutors, and the third one being the quiz tutors. So moving to the content tutor first, you'll see that each of these have a different topic. That's hardware, that's software, that's network technologies, and so on. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, everything we cover in our syllabus. So talking to the first guy, you'll see that he actually tells us, hi, I'd like to tell you more about computer hardware. And he gives us these links. Now, when we follow these links, they actually lead us to a YouTube video in this case. This one being about computer hardware.
RAM, hard drive, and processor mentioned by tech support or others who are more.
So after you finished watching the 7-minute video tutorial, you can then go back into Minecraft and you can continue with the other content. So remember, this is only a cursory overview. If you want some in-depth knowledge, you'll have to turn around and speak to the resource tutor. What she does is she actually provides you with in-depth content. In this case with hardware, she talks about input, output, storage devices, and processing devices. Let's open up this input website. That leads us to this website, which has a whole list of different kinds of input devices and explains what input devices are, why we have them, and how we use them. So if you feel that you've mastered that content, you can move through all the different topics that the hardware tutor wants to speak to you about. And then when you feel that you've mastered them, you can move to the quiz tutor. Now, usually the quiz tutor is divided into two different kinds of quizzes. The first one being a Google Forms or Microsoft Forms quiz, which can be used for formal assessments. In other words, to grade teachers' learners' understanding. The second one, which the learners might want to do beforehand on their own, is a hardware game quiz in this case. So what happens when you open this one, it opens up a game for them, which they can play around. The different kinds of tutors have different kinds of games, each tutor having a different type of game. So after they review the content on their own time, they can then move over to the Google form, which in this case looks like this. So the learner completes the quiz, they submit it, and the teacher then receives notification that they have a quiz that needs marking. So after that, we have all these different topics, each one with different content and different resources. So when the kids feel that they've mastered these, they can always move outside to this guy over here, which is the enrichment bot. When we speak to him, you'll see that he says he has some extra information called Crash Course Computer Science with 40 videos about computer studies. So when the kids have finished going through the work and they feel that they need some extra enrichment, they can always go over here. So the idea behind this, everyone, is that you'll see that we have an art section over here. There's a business studies section over there. And these are all still unpopulated because we need you to help us populate these, just like I did with CAT. You see there's English as well. So the idea behind this is that we turn this into our virtual school so that learners don't need to come into school to continue learning. So eventually we can actually run the whole school from this platform Wouldn't that be fun? There you have it. That is our idea for our learning ecosystem reimagined. Quite a jump forward, I would say.